whatever goal you're going after. Can you go over some of the risks with Smith Maneuver? Yeah. The risks with Smith Maneuver is that we've been taught our whole lives to get rid of debt, get rid of debt, get rid of debt. Smith Maneuver looks at debt like an opportunity, which I think is more accurate. And that's more specifically borrowing room. If you use the debt that you have currently today and you use it more effectively, the expected outcome is tremendous because the interest rate on your HELOC that you're borrowing from is going to be somewhere in the line of 4.95 or somewhere in that range right now. It sometimes can go higher, sometimes can go lower, but because it's tax free, beating that ratio or that number with your investment is actually really a pretty simple job. If you look at something like the S&P 500, that's a 10.5% return for the past however many years. So to get that return on the Smith Maneuver setup is going to be tremendously helpful. I never even assume that we're going to get that high. I always go 7 or 8% just to be conservative. The biggest risk is that you're holding your debt for the long term and you have to be consistent with it. Other than that, there's volatility risk, but because Smith Manoeuvre is such a long-term strategy, it's mostly negated by the length of time. I would never recommend doing Smith Manoeuvre for 5 years, even 10 years. 10 years is kind of like the lowest I would ever recommend. I really prefer 15, 20, 25, 30, because at those timelines, you can make a huge difference and negate a lot of the risks that come along